dog.
What's it called? Let's go to transfers, man. Let's do transfers. Let's go ahead. Let's go to transfers.
Oh, nah, nah.
Oh, we saw. Let's do Onana. Let's do Onana. Onana confirmed. Wages has been confirmed. How you feeling about Onana, man? Andre, you like that?
Look, for the longest time, I'd been a De Gea like supporter. Even through like his bad periods, I was like, class is permanent, form is temporary, that kind of stuff, right? But then it was only until this season that it just started becoming more frustrating. And for me, it's not even about the distribution. Like, I think we can play second balls. We have the team that can recover and play, out of after second balls. But it was just the fact that he didn't, he's never been this kind of keeper, but he didn't come out for crosses. He didn't sweep well. And you could see some improvements with the sweeping, but it was more so the command of area, which was really lacking. And we conceded a lot of games because of that. And I was like, okay, finally it's time, respectfully, he should, it's time for him to leave. When we were renewing his contract, I was like, you know what, if Ten Hag wants him, like, I'm going to keep supporting him. But then now that he's gone, I'm so excited for Andre Onana because for me personally, I'm a huge Eric Bailly fan and I like mad footballers in a way, and I know that Onana is going to bring fireworks and entertainment and he's going to cost us some big games. I know it's already coming, but I'm going to take that in stride and I'm so excited to see what we're going to play because with him, Licha, Shaw, progressing that ball from the back line, oh my God. And then unleashing Rashford, it's going to be unreal. So that's
have you? I haven't really watched Onana. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've seen highlights, but I haven't really watched him play. Just a couple games. I think in the Champions League. But what kind of? Yeah, everyone raves about his distribution, his ability to play. But like, what type of goalkeeper is he? Can he make? Can he make those crucial saves? Is he gonna win us points in the league? Is he gonna be the difference when the team is shit? And basically when we're not supposed to win and still keep us in the game. Can he do that? Because David De Gea did that. No matter what you want to criticize him for, David De Gea, even last season,
he made some
out.
big
saves.
Big saves.
So it's Onana that kind of keeper from what you see.
I'm like you. I haven't like extensively watched him. I watched him a little bit for some Ajax games and then the Champions League final, things of that nature. But I don't see him as a keeper who's safe with his hands, I think he's a guy who likes to like just block shots. Like he's like, who's a good example? He doesn't like catching the ball, it seems, from my perspective. And from the highlights of like his saves that he's made, I haven't seen too many that are just like physics defense saves, So I don't know if he's gonna be that keeper, but I think I compare it to like Edison, right? Edison is one of the worst long range shot stoppers in the world, right? Like you shoot the ball at the goal, he's probably gonna miss it, right? He made some big saves in the Champions League final, but because of the way he plays, because they're so press resistant, the amount of possession and control we'll have in games will be much higher. That we would probably score more because Onana is in goal as opposed to. So I think it's a game of just like preventing chances. Rather than actually having to make the actual save. So I think we'll be better with him, but I don't, jury's still out, the United #1 is a heavy shirt. So I think it's going to be tough. I don't think he's not nowhere near the same level of shot stopper that De Gea is. So I don't think we should expect that from him, but hopefully he's in the right place at the right time in big moments is all you can ask. But
let me ask you this though: so with everything you're saying, is he an improvement for a goalkeeper in totality than David De Gea?
Yes, in my opinion, he is.
Just because of his ball possession, like retaining.
No, because he comes out for crosses. So when you look at keepers, I think currently how they sort of analyze it is sweeping, distribution, cross claiming, and shot stopping. Those are like sort of like the four categories. And I think Onana is an improvement on every one of them except shot stopping. But his shot stopping isn't too bad. I think he had like a higher save percentage than De Gea last season. But I don't count those stats because De Gea is a better shot stopper than Onana. But I think in all the other things like coming out for crosses, imagine how many goals we'll prevent from set pieces. Like remember how they used to just attack us? They'll just put 5 guys in front of De Gea and just hit the ball in. He will never come out. And we
Yeah.
conceded a couple late goals from that. So I think overall an improvement, but just not on the shot stopping.
Okay. Let me
In
ask
my
you a
opinion.
question. Who do y'all think is a bigger legend for Man United, Van der Sar or David De Gea?
Oh,
Van der
come
Sar
on,
Van der
for
Louis.
Sar.
Why are
sure.
you asking
Van
that
der Sar.
question?
It's Van der Sar for sure.
Oh, Van der Sar?
Yeah.
Nah,
I
Louis,
mean,
even me, I was like, what kind of
Wait, let me ask you a question, Jay. Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question. You put me on the spot. Let me put you on the spot. Schmeichel or Van der Sar?
so let me see. I don't think I
Oh, sorry, I don't support them.
I don't think
about
I
to say, which
remember
Schmeichel?
watching Schmeichel personally. And if I
Mate,
did, it
yo.
was like my super early
Peter.
years, right?
Mhm.
But again, as I've been watching ball for a long time. I've always like gone back and watching United history and listened to different
Right.
people. And I think people will put Schmeichel ahead of Van der Sar because I think if you have to look at how you win trophies, right? You can always tell there's a player that fits, that just makes that difference, that gave you that extra piece. For example, like Van Persie. You can see that United had everything, and Van Persie was that missing link. And I
Right.
think if you listen to people that watch United and players, Schmeichel, Cantona, these were the people that gave us that missing piece for us to do what we did.
Right.
So I'll have to say Schmeichel because of that. But if you, and the reason that to answer Lulu's questions too, right? Van der Sar or De Gea. I remember when I watched Van der Sar, I remember like every time I felt comfortable. Like
Comfortable, calm.
you know that Cross, he's gonna grab everything and he doesn't make that much mistakes and penalties. He just it's like a rooted confidence,
Right.
and when he wasn't there, you notice the difference. He was always fit too. I mean, De Gea was always fit too, but he was commanded. And there was sometimes De Gea, sometimes you don't really know like where he's at. Like he has these moments where he just makes little silly mistakes, even though when he's like on top form. But throughout the Van der Sar was great season. Maybe made one mistake, but
Right.
throughout the season he's great. He gives you an 8 out of 10 performance throughout the season, average.
Right.
So
Okay.
I would pick Schmeichel over Van der Sar just based off what I just said. But
Mhm.
from what I've seen, I think Van der Sar is one of the best goalkeepers I've seen personally. I think maybe Neuer.
I think Neuer's
edge
number
him a
one,
little
and
bit,
then
but
and then
Van der
De-
Sar.
Van der Sar,
Yeah.
Neuer number one.
Then Van
Because
der Sar.
Van der Sar could play with his feet as well. He was like the
Exactly.
first, like he was before, in a way, before Neuer. He sort
Yeah.
of paved the way as a ball
Yeah.
playing keeper.
And don't
I'm
forget,
going
like
to check.
Van der Sar had that longevity.
Right.
I mean, Neuer. I mean, is he injured? He was injured the last.
Yeah, last season. I think he
Yeah.
broke his leg skiing or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah. So,
I'm
Czech's
going to
not a
check.
bad shout though, but I think I'll pick Neuer. I think maybe Czech might have better stats in terms of like clean
Ooh,
sheets and
Czech was
everything.
good.
But you
Yeah.
gotta remember, Czech played with one of the best defensive Chelsea teams. But
Yeah, with one of the best managers as well in Mourinho.
So did
Yeah.
Neuer.
Neuer didn't have Neuer's team was just
Bayern Munich
they weren't defensively
and
good.
longevity too. Check being the top flight longer than Manuel Neuer.
No, I think you can.
Czech's up
I
there
think-
as well. Yeah.
And the reason I would pick Neuer is I think Neuer was just mad, bro. Like
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you like I feel like it was harder to beat Neuer than it was for Czech for some reason. I don't know why. I
Like
just
he
feel like Neuer
intimidated
was just-
strikers. He
Yeah.
intimidated strikers. I think
Exactly.
Czech was just like so sick that like players will be like, "Oh, how the hell did he save that?"
Exactly.
Whereas when you're going 1v1 versus Neuer, you could see
fucks
the
with your head,
attackers
bro.
just like get super nervous, and he made huge saves as well. I like Neuer, man. He's a madman.
I think Neuer, I mean, Van der Sar and Czech are like the same. Like those are the same type of players. Calm, good at penalties, good at just longevity, consistent. And you can have your opinion between Czech and Van der Sar, but I think maybe Czech played at a higher level
For
longer than Van der Sar, because Van der Sar, even before he came to United, I think was at Fulham.
Fulham, yeah. Do you know?
Go
I
ahead.
used to watch
Van der
those
Sar was
Fulham
in
games.
Fulham. What the
I
fuck?
used to watch those Fulham games. I remember
Yeah.
always screaming, "Why don't we go for Van der Sar?"
Yeah.
Why? Because he was pulling save after save
Yeah.
every single game. It was unreal.
He wasn't.
Manuel
Yeah, he wasn't. No, go ahead, Lulu.
Manuel Neuer is the Benzema of goalkeepers.
Nah, don't do that, Lulu, bro.
You know what I mean?
Because
Short stint. But what's it called? Manuel really is the first goalkeepers to be coming out of his line and doing all this coming out the line and all of
100%.
that shenanigans.
100%.
He really started
And doing it effectively too, though. Doing it
Yeah.
effectively. Some
Yeah,
people
nah.
are doing it.
I do remember one knock. He got caught. He got caught outside. I think I was running back.
Nah,
Was it Stankovic? Was it Dejan Stankovic?